I never thought my family could do something like this. Looking for advice on how to handle what I just discovered. Am I overreacting? Please be honest in the comments. My name is Jessica, and I'm 34 years old. I work as a financial analyst in Boston, and until last Christmas, I genuinely believed I was just the black sheep of my family, the serious, career-driven daughter who didn't quite match their energy. My younger sister, Lauren, was always the golden child, the free-spirited one who could do absolutely no wrong. That Christmas Eve, my phone buzzed with a text from my mom. "Jess, everyone's quarantined with that stomach bug going around. Christmas brunch is off. Stay home and rest. We'll reschedule. Love you." I spent the day alone in my apartment, microwaving leftovers and binge-watching old Christmas movies. Around 6 p.m., I was scrolling through Facebook when my entire world stopped. There it was, a fresh post from my cousin Melissa. "Best Christmas brunch ever at Lauren's new house. So grateful for family time. #blessed, #family first." The photo showed everyone, my parents, aunts, uncles, cousins, even my 89-year-old grandmother. They were gathered around Lauren's beautifully decorated dining table, wearing matching Christmas pajamas, holding champagne glasses, laughing. Through the windows behind them, I could see bright sunshine and clear skies. There was no stomach bug. There never had been. I scrolled through more posts. My Aunt Patricia had uploaded a video of everyone singing carols. Lauren herself posted a boomerang of mimosas with the caption, "Nothing better than being surrounded by the people who matter most." 15 people. 15 members of my family who had gathered while I sat alone, believing a lie they'd all coordinated to tell me. The next morning, my phone rang. My mother, bright and chipper. "Hi, sweetie. How are you feeling? We missed you so much." "Really?" I said, my voice eerily calm. Because Melissa's Facebook posts show that everyone had a wonderful time at Lauren's brunch. Everyone except me. The silence was deafening. "Oh, well, that was very last minute, honey. Lauren threw something together." "Stop lying. I can see the matching pajamas. I can see the professionally decorated table. I can see Grandma. This wasn't last minute. You all planned this and decided I wasn't welcome." "Jessica, you're overreacting. How many times? How many other events have you lied to me about?" She sighed, and that sigh told me everything. Lauren wanted her first Christmas to be special. You know how you can be at these things, always sitting in the corner, making everyone uncomfortable. We just thought it would be easier. Easier to lie to me? Don't be so dramatic. We love you, but Lauren puts effort into being part of this family. You're always busy with work. This is exactly the kind of reaction that makes things difficult. I laughed bitterly. Busy with work? You mean busy helping you refinance the house? Busy flying home every weekend when Dad had his hip replacement? That's different. No, Mom. I've spent my entire life trying to be good enough for this family, but I'm done trying now. Jessica Marie Thompson, if you're going to act like this, maybe we need space. Call me when you're ready to be mature. She hung up on me. I sat there as 34 years of memories reorganized themselves in my mind. Every canceled event with photos appearing later. Every dismissed accomplishment while Lauren's were celebrated. It hadn't been in my head. They had genuinely, deliberately treated me as less than for my entire life. That was the moment I stopped making excuses for them. Growing up in suburban Chicago, I had always been the responsible one. When I got accepted to the Rhode Island School of Design for graphic design, my parents insisted I study something useful instead. So I gave up my dream and went to Boston University for finance. They barely acknowledged my graduation, while Lauren's decision to drop out of college to become a lifestyle influencer was met with endless support. 3 years ago, when my dad needed hip replacement surgery, I took a month off work, unpaid, to care for him. I cooked every meal, drove him to physical therapy, managed his medications. Lauren visited twice for Instagram photos, then left. Yet, in every family retelling, Lauren was the devoted daughter, while my contributions were barely mentioned. The pattern was everywhere. At Thanksgiving, I'd spend the day cooking, while Lauren showed up late with store-bought wine. Yet my mom would toast Lauren's incredible contribution. Last summer, I lent Lauren $5,000 that she never paid back. When I brought it up at dinner, my dad got angry with me. Family doesn't keep score, Jessica. I'd built a successful career, financial stability, a 401k, but none of that seemed to matter. After that phone call, I opened my laptop and wrote an email to every single person who'd been at that Christmas brunch. I've seen all the photos from yesterday's brunch. The brunch I was told was canceled due to a stomach bug that didn't exist. I want everyone to know exactly what happened. You all coordinated a deliberate lie to exclude me. I'm attaching screenshots so there's no confusion. I hit send. Within an hour, my phone exploded. My Aunt Patricia claimed it was a miscommunication. Uncle Robert called me immature. Melissa deleted all the Christmas posts and accused me of creating drama. Then came Lauren's response. You never seem to enjoy family events anyway, Jess. You make everyone uncomfortable with your negative energy. I wanted my first Christmas hosting to be perfect. Maybe this is a sign that you need to work on yourself. But it was my parents' reaction that truly revealed who they were. My mother started calling everyone, spinning a story about how I was having a breakdown. My father sent an email threatening legal action for slandering the family. Lauren texted, "Hope you're proud of yourself. Mom's been crying for hours. This is exactly why we didn't want you there." The gaslighting was masterful. They'd lied to me, but I was the villain for exposing it. When my mother showed up at my office making a scene, I had security escort her out. When Lauren started posting about toxic people who weaponize victimhood, I blocked her everywhere. What I didn't know was that their betrayal went much deeper. 2 weeks later, I received a message from Dorothy Chen, a retired accountant who had managed my parents' finances years ago. "Jessica, I need to talk to you about something important. It's about your grandfather's estate." We met at a coffee shop. Dorothy looked nervous, clutching a thick folder. "I've carried this guilt for too long," she said quietly. "Your grandfather left $280,000 specifically for your education and future. Your father was trustee, with instructions to give you access when you turned 25. My blood ran cold. "I never received anything." "I know." She opened the folder, revealing bank statements and transfer records. "Your father transferred everything to Lauren's accounts over 5 years. He used it to fund her influencer career, her apartment, her car, her lifestyle. I'd graduated with $60,000 in student loans I was still paying off. I'd worked 2 jobs through college, and there had been $280,000 that was supposed to be mine. There's more," Dorothy continued. "Your grandfather left 2 properties to be split equally between you and Lauren. Your parents sold both for a combined $420,000 5 years ago. But I never signed. Remember the power of attorney you signed at 18? They told you it was for medical emergencies." I did remember. "That document gave them complete control over your financial interests. They used it to sell the properties without your knowledge. The money went to Lauren, funding her lifestyle, her failed blog, her trip to Thailand." The folder contained everything: bank statements, property sales, the original will, email exchanges where my father explicitly acknowledged diverting my inheritance to Lauren. One email made me see red. Jessica doesn't need the money. She's financially stable. Lauren needs support to pursue her dreams. Everything suddenly made sense. Their desperate need to maintain the narrative, their threats after I'd exposed the Christmas lie. They knew I might discover the truth, and they were trying to destroy my credibility first. "What are you going to do?" Dorothy asked. I looked at her, feeling absolutely clear. "I'm an accountant, Dorothy. I know exactly how to trace financial fraud, and I'm going to make sure they face every single consequence." I spent 10 days building an airtight case. I traced every fraudulent transfer, documented every abuse of power of attorney, and compiled a timeline showing clear intent to defraud. I hired Margaret Reynolds, a lawyer specializing in estate fraud. She reviewed everything. "This is one of the clearest cases I've seen," Margaret said. "Your father systematically embezzled over $700,000. This is serious criminal fraud. Can we get it back?" "Some of it. Lauren has assets, her condo, car, investments. Your parents have substantial savings. We can pursue civil recovery while pressing criminal charges if you want." I thought carefully. Criminal charges would destroy them completely. But I decided to give them one final chance. Let's offer them a settlement first. Full repayment with interest, plus a written confession. If they refuse, we file criminal charges. Margaret drafted the letter. I sent it to my parents and Lauren, requesting a family meeting. That Saturday, I drove to my childhood home with Margaret. My parents and Lauren were waiting, the atmosphere thick with tension. I handed them each a folder containing the evidence and settlement offer. I watched their faces as they read, my father going pale, my mother's hands shaking, Lauren's eyes widening. "This is ridiculous," my father said weakly. "Dorothy had no right." "Every document is legally obtained and admissible," Margaret interrupted calmly. "The question is how you want to handle it now." My mother started crying. "Jessica, please, we did what we thought was best." "Best for who? I graduated with crushing debt while you spent my inheritance on Lauren's lifestyle." "You were always fine," Lauren burst out. "You had a good job. You didn't need it." "It wasn't yours to decide. That was my inheritance. You stole it." "We didn't steal anything," my father said. "I was the trustee." "You committed fraud," Margaret stated flatly. "Mr. Thompson, if this goes to court, you're looking at 5 to 10 years in prison." Silence. My mother sobbed quietly. Lauren looked like she might pass out. "You have 48 hours, I said, standing. "Sign the settlement, full repayment plus confession, or I file criminal charges." "Jessica, please, we're your family." "You stopped being my family the day you decided I was worth less than Lauren. You have 48 hours. As we left, I could hear my mother wailing inside. I felt a twinge of sadness for what could have been. "They won't take the deal," Margaret said. "People like this never do." "I know," I said quietly, "but at least I gave them the chance." The deadline came and went with no response. Instead, I received coordinated messages from family members attacking me. My uncle called me greedy. My aunt texted about destroying the family over money. On the third day, I filed criminal charges. By afternoon, police had executed search warrants. My father was arrested at his office in handcuffs. My mother at her therapy appointment. Lauren at a Pilates class. The local news ran the story. Prominent Chicago family charged in $700K estate fraud. Their carefully cultivated image gone in a single day. The family group chat went silent. Some relatives blocked me. Others sent messages ranging from apologetic to accusatory. My cousin Melissa called, crying, "How could you do this? They're going to prison because of you." "No," I said calmly. "They're going to prison because they committed fraud. They chose this when they stole from me and refused to make it right." Over the next weeks, the case proceeded quickly. The evidence was overwhelming. They all took plea deals. My father pled guilty to fraud and breach of fiduciary duty, 3 years in prison, full restitution ordered. My mother received 2 years probation. Lauren was ordered to liquidate her assets to pay back her portion. At Lauren's sentencing, she said, "I never meant to hurt Jessica. I thought she was fine with everything." The judge looked at her with contempt. "Ms. Thompson, you lived lavishly on money stolen from your sister. The fact that you thought she was fine with it without asking shows staggering lack of empathy." That was the last time I saw any of them. 18 months later, I'm in my new home in Seattle watching rain fall. I left Boston 6 months ago for a fresh start. The restitution payments have been coming steadily. I used some to finally pay off my student loans. The rest is invested, waiting for me to decide what dreams to pursue now that I'm free. Most of my extended family stopped speaking to me. I'm the one who destroyed the family in their narrative. But some relatives did apologize, and Dorothy has become an unexpected friend. Last week, I received a letter from my mother. "Jessica, your father gets out next year. We've been in family therapy. The therapist says we need to acknowledge the harm we caused you, so this is me acknowledging it. We were wrong. We treated you unfairly and stole from you. I don't expect forgiveness, but I wanted you to know we finally understand. I hope you're happy. You deserve to be happy. Love, Mom." I read it 3 times, the closest thing to a real apology I'd ever gotten from her. No justifications, just simple acknowledgement. I don't know if I'll ever respond. Even if they've changed, I don't owe them my presence or forgiveness or another chance to hurt me. I've built a new life. I have genuine friends who celebrate my successes. I'm dating someone who thinks my career is impressive. I'm even taking weekend painting classes, finally exploring that artistic side I gave up so long ago. Sometimes I think about my grandfather. He wanted to secure my future with that inheritance, and in a twisted way, he did. The money gave me courage to stand up for myself. The legal battle gave me strength to set boundaries. The distance gave me peace to build a life on my own terms. I'm not going to say I'm completely healed. Some days I feel that old ache, longing for a family that never existed, grief for relationships that could have been. But most days I feel free. Free from trying to earn love that was supposed to be unconditional, free from making excuses for people who didn't deserve them, free from the role of the lesser daughter. I'm writing my own story now, and in this story, I'm not the supporting character or the scapegoat. I'm the hero. Sometimes the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's building a life so fulfilling that you forget to be angry at the people who tried to destroy you.